welcome back to the channel. Today we are organizing the office because it's a disaster. So specifically, there's kind of like two main things that need to happen today, and then just a little bit of like general tidying up and stuff like that. So number one is that I got this bookshelf. It's these bookshelves, except that this one is a 5 shelf, so it's from Target. I'm really hoping it's not damaged because it came like this, but it's called the Carson 5 shelf bookshelf, and it looks like that. It's just a little bit taller. So we actually have this like style of bookshelf all throughout our house, but we have the other 5 shelf ones. We all have doors on the bottom. And so this is the first one that's gonna be open. So that one I'm going to put together today, and it's gonna live right here in this little spot. So I'm gonna move this cart out. I may not need it at all, or if I do, I don't know, find a new spot for it. But it's gonna live here so that there's a little more height here. It's gonna look a lot better in videos, I think. And then also, I'm just like, y'all, your girl's running out of space for books. And yes, like, you know, I have a little bit here, I have a little bit here, and a tiny bit here, but it's like, at this point, if I have any more books on here, it's going to be very crowded, which is an issue because these are all my books. So these are fiction to read, these are nonfiction to read, and these are ones that I have read and I don't have space for. So that's why I'm getting a new bookshelf. Now, item number 2 on the list is to reorganize all of this because this closet is an absolute disaster. It is partially like stuff that's like office stuff. So I have the printer in there, I have like copies and stuff like that in there. It's partially some of my husband's stuff because this used to be his office and then he moved his office upstairs, but there's still some of his stuff in here. It's got a bunch of like my random stuff. And then one of the big things is that we store all the decor that can't go in the attic, like candles and things that I'm just very worried are going to break in here, which means that we then don't have a lot of space. So the bookshelf is also gonna have some boxes on it that are gonna free up some of the stuff in there. Some of that stuff can go and just like reorganize. Other than that, there's just a little bit of like tidying up to do. And then I have one quote that I need to do, because every year I have like a quote of the year, which I know sounds a little bit cheesy, but I have them throughout my office. So this was last year's, this was 2 years ago. I have one over here. This was the first half of 2020, and then the other one was the other half of 2020. The Dumbo quote was last year, and so I need to do one for this year and hang it up. And I have more of these super cheap, by the way. What are they called? Frames. They're from like Walmart. They're very cheap, they're not high quality, but they work. And so I need to do this year's and put it somewhere in here, and then we'll be like ready for an office tour finally, like 3 years after I moved in here. So I keep thinking, I'm going to do an office tour once I like finally have it to where I like it, and then it just hasn't happened. So right this second, I'm actually going to edit a video because it just finished importing. So I'm gonna edit that and then put the bookshelf together, put the closet together, and that is the plan for today. Alright, here's your furniture making reminder to always double check before you get too far, because I put the top on this and then I was looking at it and see this is a finished edge, but this guy is not. So I think this middle shelf is backwards because I believe this is the front. So I need to fix that before I move on, but thankfully I looked at it before I screwed this piece in, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. It's always such a relief when you get it up and it looks correct. So there we are. Next up, closet. Okay, so I think the first step is gonna be to just like take everything out and kind of like categorize it and then go through and see how we can like rearrange to make it a lot more functional than this. So first of all, trying to remember to pause my music every time I talk to you. But secondly, people ask me what I do with all of like the printouts that I do from product photography, and here's my answer. I usually keep them for like a week or two because I try to do all the photos and all the videos that I could possibly need when I do the product photography. So I print them out, I do everything I could possibly think of that I need them for, and then I'll keep them for like a week or two, maybe a month if I forget, just to make sure that there's nothing I forgot that I need to take another picture of, and then I throw them in the trash can because your girl cannot handle all of this. I know some people use like file folders where they'll like, you know, have things, and that might be good if you have maybe like, I feel like that'd be better for like stuff that you pull out and talk about a lot, but if it's just like a little one-off thing, trash. That's where it's going. Well, I still have like picking up to do over here, but this is looking a lot better. So here's what I've got so far. This is not going to be like the end all be all. I gotta decide what to put up here. I kind of want another plant, so we shall see. So I'm still playing around with that. It's not gonna stay like that, but that's, you know, for right now. And it gave me so much more room on my bookshelf. It is so much less crowded than it was, which is excellent and what I wanted. Okay, next day, and I have officially actually cleaned up. I was going to just leave you in that mess, and then I was like, I can't do it. Okay, so let's start with the big thing. So here's the bookshelf. Ooh, this is the first iteration. I plan to like move things around and change things. I will also like, I want some pens to put in here. I'll have some different things and I'll, you know, just kind of play with it throughout. And I have some more books that I am reading or need to read that will come on here later. But for now, I have my books up at the top. These are all about Disney. These are like businessy books, plus a couple. These are like not really businessy, but like more like psychology kind of things, but interesting, nonfiction. These are all nonfiction. And then these are all about money. And then these three are, this one's like psychology, this is about gratitude, and this is about goal setting, but it's like very feeling based. It was not my favorite, to be totally honest, but I have it, so there we are. And then my desk looks pretty much exactly the same, and then I moved my little files here. They may not stay here, but that's where they are. Didn't change any of this. Moved my cart to this side. I still will need to like reorganize that and go through and possibly even move the stuff off and get rid of the cart so I have a little more space, but I don't know, we'll see. Cleaned off my pillows and stuff. I moved the plant that's usually right here over here because it was, you know, getting kind of like biggie. So I was worried maybe it wasn't getting enough light, and so I was like, well, let's see if it'll like more light, but this might be too much light, so I guess we'll have to just like leave it here for a little bit and see how it feels. Fiddly figs are notoriously finicky. So there's that. Didn't change anything over here except that I shoved this little cushion in here because I didn't have anywhere else to put it because it used to sit here, but I usually just pull it out and move it around as I use it. And then here are the other bookshelves. And then here are the other bookshelves, so they have a lot less on them after taking all those nonfiction off, and so they're down to mostly fiction plus a couple of random like dictionary thesaurus. So we have these. I love these, and she wrote a new book. It's coming out this summer. I cannot wait. Got a couple over here. Moa, yeah. I find that when styling bookshelves, the two main rules that I go for are, number one is that you don't want each of the shelves to look exactly the same. So here I have books on each side. Here's books to the left. Here's books to the right. Okay. And then same thing over here. We have books to the side, books in the middle, books on the sides. So that way each shelf doesn't look the same. If they're like all stacked here, it looks very odd. You could even just do here, 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 and that helps a little bit. And then the other thing is looking at the colors and going for like a zigzag. So here you can see like pink book, pink candle, pink candle. I think I need something pink like right there. And then, you know, just similar things like that so that you can kind of like go across. So like I need something, we could do like, put my other mocha candle over here. I don't know. So we'll look at that. I don't love the book, my trash can right there, but that's where it is. And then the big reveal. It looks so much better and I have so much more room now. So we didn't get rid of very much stuff, just kind of took some stuff out. So at the top there's like some extra like tennis bags and stuff. The sides are still lots of candles. Extra like decorative books. I have read them, but they're like fancy decorative. To be read fiction, to be read nonfiction, hence why I said more things will be going on there. Old planners. This is the bad thing about full focus planners, is that you go through 4 in a year. So this is only like a little over 2 years, but it looks bad. Box, wooden Sudoku, paper, manuscripts and stuff. The boxes from all of like my iPad and my computer and stuff, I don't know that I need to keep them, but I have them, so I just did. This is all product photography stuff. So this is like seasonal things. This is like crayons, pencils, that kind of stuff. This has like files that are like taxes for different years and stuff. This has a couple of like colored things of paper, and then a couple of products that I do keep because I do refer to them, and then costumes because why not? This is all like markers. This is extra ink and printery things, and this is like tech stuff. So it has like my camera holder and my camera bag, and like my microphone and like cords and that kind of stuff. And then this is like sticky notes and more cords and stuff. So notebooks. These 3 purses I'm selling. That's why they're sitting here, because I'm going to sell them. In here I have music books and then like lighting equipment. I also have my tripod and the light that I use the most over here. That's the last of those really cheap Walmart picture frames. And then a bag that I am keeping, and then in this little suitcase situation are like DVDs I didn't want to get rid of because they're mostly like operas and stuff like that that like I wouldn't be able to find. This is full of like reusable bags of different sizes because I keep them and I use them all throughout, and so that way I have like little ones and big ones and all sorts of different things. And then this is all dog stuff, and then the piano stand, because I have mine on a desk, but I did want to keep that for the future, you know, because it would come in handy. And why would I keep my piano without my piano stand? So there we are. That's what we're looking at, and it's looking pretty good. Really glad I got this bookshelf. My husband was like, "Now you should put one right here." I was like, then I feel like it might be a little too crowded, and also I don't have that many books. I guess it could work if I moved the couch like a little bit more over. I don't know. For now, I'm content. We're gonna leave it here. So, if you enjoy this kind of stuff, let me know so that we can, you know, do a few more things. And if there's anything you think I should add, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.